Hi, William Hohen here for something new. I want to try to read a 40-year-old game book from the Lone Wolf series. I used to read them all the time when I was a teenager. This is my favorite series of game book. I have the whole first cycle. This thing has like 30 plus books. And we can go through books to 1 to 29, and they all kind of follow each other. And so if we find some items, we can bring them to the next book. This is a pilot episode. If I decide to do this, that's going to be on stream with people helping me choose where we go, what abilities we take, and stuff like that. So this is really a test. I'm just testing it. I have a timer going down. I'm giving myself 45 minutes to sell you this thing, and then I'm gonna upload it on YouTube and we'll see what happens. So, this is Kai Chronicles. It's a website that kind of plays the book for you. Lone Wolf doesn't require like dice. It's more like of a table that you choose a number. Back in the day, you would choose the number without looking at the sheet with your pencil. But anyway, you'll see. Okay, you'll see. I don't have that much time. Let's do this. Okay, so I could continue the game here because I tested it, but we're gonna do start a new game. So as you can see here, we have all the books. They're still coming out like nowadays. The next one is the 33rd book, and I think it's gonna be like the last, but like it's for 40 years later. So we're gonna do Flight from the Dark. Now, if you're still here, question your life choices. You are listening to a non-English speaking person read you a book from 40 years ago. Let's do this. All right. The story so far. In the northern land of Summerlund, it has been the custom for many centuries to send the children of the warrior lords to the monastery of Kai. There they are taught the skills and disciplines of their noble fathers. The Kai monks are masters of their art, and the children in their charge love and respect them in spite of the hardships of their trainings. So it's basically Jedi, alright? For one day, when they have finally learned the secret skills of the Kai, they will return to their homes, equipped in mind and body to defend themselves against the constant threat of war from the Dark Lords of the West. In olden times, during the age of the Black Moon, the Dark Lords waged war on Summerland. The conflict was a long and bitter trial of strength that ended in victory for the Sumlending at the great battle of Macengorge. King Ulnar and the allies of Durenor broke the Darkland armies at the pass of Moithra and forced them back into the bottomless abyss of Macengorge. Vashna, mightiest of the Dark Lords, was slain upon the sword of King Ulnar, called Summersword, the Sword of the Sun. Since that age, the Dark Lords have vowed vengeance upon Summerland and the House of Ulnar. Now, it is in the morning of the feast of Fenmarn. There's a lot of words that just don't mean a lot. They're the name of some places, and it's sometimes, reading them in your head and out loud, it's not exactly the same. Anyway, when all of the Kai lords are present at the monastery for the celebrations, suddenly a great black cloud comes from out of the western skies. So many are the numbers of the black-winged beasts that fill the sky, that the sun is completely hidden. The Dark Lords, ancient enemies of the Sumlending, are attacking. War has begun. On this fateful morning, you, Silent Wolf, the name given you by the Kai, have been sent to collect firewood in the forest as a punishment for your inattention in class. As you are preparing to return, you see to your horror a vast cloud of black leathery creatures swoop down and engulf the monastery. Dropping the wood, you race to the battle that has already begun. But in the unnatural dark, you stumble and strike your head on a low tree branch. As you lose consciousness, the last thing that you see in the poor light is the walls of the monastery crashing to the ground. Many hours pass before you awake. With tears in your eyes, you now survey the scene of destruction. Raising your face to the clear sky, you swear vengeance on the Dark Lords for the massacre of the Kai warriors, and with a sudden flash of realization, you know what you must do. You must set off on a perilous journey to the capital city to warn the king of the terrible threat that now faces his people. For you are now the last of Kai. You are now the lone wolf. Alright, game rules. So, since I kind of want to make this somewhat quick, I'm not going to read all of this, but basically when there's some text in blue, we can click on it. The action chart functions to check your stats, handle your inventory. It's here. We have the action chart. Right now we have nothing because we haven't chose anything. So yeah, the action chart keeps us on our keeps the thing we had done and our skills noted. We don't have to note ourselves. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's choose a random number to determine our combat skill. So 4. It's not that great. We are not that skilled at combat. And our endurance point. Endurance points is our HP, basically. If we don't have any more endurance point, we die, and that's kind of it. Now, we are going to do this like with cheating in mind. You know, back in the day, you would put your thumb on the pages that you just made a choice on to, be able to go back if it turns bad. All right. Well, we'll have to do with this. Kai disciplines. Over the centuries, the Kai monks have mastered the skills of the warrior. These skills are known as the Kai disciplines, and they are taught to all Kai lords. You have learned only 5 of the skills below. So we need to choose 5. If this pilot is of some interest, let me know. And if we do the real thing, we are starting back from the beginning and we are doing all the books. I'm skipping some stuff here to be able to show you what the actual books play like and what the story is about. So we can choose 5 Kai disciplines. So we have camouflage. This discipline enables a Kai Lord to blend with his surrounding. In the countryside, you can hide undetected among trees and rocks. And in the city, you can look and sound like a native of that area. You can help him to find shelter in a safe hiding place. Hunting. Hunting skills ensures that a Kai Lord will never starve in the wild. This is very, 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 very good. With hunting, you don't need any meal, so I definitely want to choose hunting. And now, if you go see the action chart, we have hunting here in our Kai discipline. Sixth Sense. This is very good. I'm choosing that too. Always chose that when I was young. This skill may warn a Kai Lord of imminent danger. It may also reveal the true purpose of a stranger or strange objects encountered in your adventure. This is super good. Tracking skill. It's It enables a Kai Lord to make the correct choice of a path in the wild to discover the location of a person or object in town or city and read the secret footprints of the tracks. I don't know if having both Sixth Sense and tracking would be a good thing. I'm gonna choose it here, but we'll have to see. Now I am at 3. Okay, healing. It can be used to restore endurance points lost in combat. We'll go with the weapon skill. What I don't like about weapon skill... Oh, we got the sword. That's good, because when you choose the weapon skill, Kai Discipline, it's gonna give you a random number that will be one of those weapons here. So if you get a shitty weapon, that's kind of bad. But now we got the sword. This is very good. Mind Shield. The Dark Lords and many of the evil creatures in their command have the ability to attack using their Mind Force. The Kai Discipline of Mind Shield prevents you from losing any endurance points when subject to this form of attack. Or we could go the Mind Blast way and being able to attack an enemy with this. Animal Kinship. Will be able to communicate with animals. Mind over matter, we could move small objects with his powers of concentration. This is basically like the Force in Star Wars. Okay, I'll go with Mind Shield, but I'm really not too sure. See, I would like to have somebody here with me helping me choose this. Okay, we got a meal, we got an axe, and we got a map. So this is the map of Magnamund, and we are, I mean, you cannot see where I'm pointing. We are here to the east in Kai Monastery, and we want to go to Olmgar. This is, you have to understand that this is in from my memory at least. This is kind of like the map of Middle Earth, and this book is more like, you know, in Lord of the Ring, when the Hobbit go from the Shire to that little bar when they want to meet Gandalf at. Okay? So, small scale here. Okay, equipment. You are dressed in the green tunic and cloak of a Kai Initiate. So, we look like Link in the Zelda game. You have little with you to arm yourself for survival. All you possess is an axe, it's noted, and a backpack containing 1 meal. Hanging from your waist is a leather pouch containing gold crowns. To find out how many, pick a number from the random number table. 0. Well, that's great. Thank you, game. 0. Oh my god. Alright. You discover amongst the smoking ruins of the monastery a map of Summerland, showing the capital city of Olmgar and the land of Duranor far to the east. You place the map inside your tunic for safety. You also find one of the following. So we'll have to go with that. We found one. We got a sword. This is very good because we have the Kai Discipline that is used by sword. This is fantastic. Okay, we cannot carry more than 2 weapons. We cannot carry more than 8 articles, including meal, in our backpack. Special items are not carried in the backpack. When you discover a special item, you will be told how to carry it. Gold crowns, it can go up to 50. Well, we have 50 crowns of room right now. Food, and they count as an item. Alrighty, on to the next. Rules for combat. Look, we can look into this in the next time, because this website will calculate everything for us anyway. We'll just have to press an action button and we'll see what the rolls were, what the random number generated number was, and each of us or the enemy will lose HP basically. This is what it explained. I won't take like 5 to 10 minutes to read this. Okay, levels of Kai training. The following table is a guide to the ranks and titles that are bestowed upon Kai Lords at each stage of their training. As you successfully complete each adventure in the Lone Wolf series, you will gain an additional Kai discipline and gradually progress towards mastery of the 10 basic Kai disciplines. So now we are Novice, I suppose. In Book 2 we'll be Intuit, in Book 3 we'll be Dawn, and in Book 10 we'll be Master. This is basically how this works. Beyond the 10 basic skills of the Kai Master awaits the secrets of the higher Kai disciplines, or Magna Kai. By acquiring the wisdom of the Magna Kai, a Kai Lord can progress towards the ultimate achievement and become a Kai Grand Master. Kai Wisdom. Your mission will be one of great danger, for the Dark Lords and their servants are a cruel and fierce enemy who give and expect no mercy. Use the map to help you steer a correct course to the capital. Make notes as you progress through the story, for they will be of great help in future adventures. Many things that you find will aid you during the adventure. Some special items will be of use in future Lone Wolf adventures, and other may be red herrings of no real use at all. Be selective in what you decide to keep. Yes, because you cannot keep 8 objects at a time. There are many routes to the king, but only one involves a minimum of danger. With a wise choice of Kai disciplines and a great deal of courage, any player should be able to complete the mission no matter how weak their initial combat skill or endurance points score. The honor and memory of the Kai Lords will go with you on your perilous journey. Good luck, and I drink to that. Like, literally. Alright. 1. You must make haste, for you sense it is not safe to linger by the smoking remains of the ruined monastery. The black-winged beast could return at any moment. You must set out for the Sumlending capital of Onguard and tell the king the terrible news of the massacre. That the whole elite of Kai warriors, save yourself, have been slaughtered. Seems they're not like that strong then, right? I mean, without the Kai Lords to lead their armies, Summerlund will be at the mercy of their ancient enemy, the Dark Lords. Fighting back tears, you bid farewell to your dead kinsmen. Silently, you promise that their death will be avenged. You turn away from the ruins and carefully descend the steep track. At the foot of the hill, the path splits into 2 directions, both leading into a large wood. So, if you wish to use your Kai discipline of Sixth Sense, 141. If you wish to take the right path, 85. If you wish to follow the left, 275. I'm gonna use my Sixth Sense and go to 141. Your Sixth Sense has warned you that some of the creatures that attack the monastery are searching the 2 paths for any survivor of the raid. But you can avoid both tracks by making your way through the undergrowth in the wood. If you wish to head south, or if you wish to cut through the heavier foliage towards the northeast. I'm gonna do that. I want as much cover as I can. I want to be unseen. You have cut your way through the thick undergrowth for nearly half an hour when you hear the beat of wings high above the trees. Looking up, you can just make out the shape of a Kran approaching from the north. It is one of the monsters that attacked the monastery and on its way back are 2 gray and on its back, are 2 gray-skinned creatures armed with long spears. These are mountain Gyaks, evil servants of the Dark Lords, full of hatred and malice. Many centuries ago, their ancestors were used by the Dark Lords to build the infernal city of Elgadad, which lies in the volcanic wastelands beyond the Dorncrag range of mountains. The construction of the city was long and tortuous, and only the strongest of the Giaks survived the heat and poisonous atmosphere of Elgadad. Hidden by the trees, you freeze, keeping absolutely still as the crane passes overhead and disappears toward the south. When you are sure that it has gone, you move off once again into the forest. 131. You have covered about a quarter of a mile when you hear shouting and a noise like thunderclaps ahead. Edging nearer, you soon make out a clearing that you recognize to be the site of the ruins of Romas, an ancient forest temple. A war party of Giaks. See, yeah, sometimes I'd say Gaiacs and Giaks. I don't know. Let me know what you think. We'll have to choose how to say some of those words. And so once we've chosen, it's always going to be this. Some 25 to 30 strong are attacking the ruins from all sides. Many more of the Giaks are dead or dying among the broken pillar of marble, but still they assault whatever is hidden inside. Suddenly a bolt of blue lightning rips through the front rank of Giaks, sending the armor-clad creatures tumbling in all directions. A Giak, taller than the others and dressed from head to foot in black chainmail, curses at his troops as he whips them forward with a barbed flail. With weapon ready, you move to the edge of the clearing, under the cover of the thick foliage, and try to catch a glimpse of the defenders. To your amazement, the ruins are being defended by a young man no older than yourself. You recognize his sky blue robes embroidered with stars. He is a young Thurgist of the Magicians' Guild of Toran, an apprentice in magic. He does look quite a bit old. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. 5 Giaks charge forward, their spears raised to stab the apprentice as he hurriedly retreats deeper into the ruins. You see him turn and raise his left hand just before a bolt of blue flame shoots from his fingertips into the snarling Giak soldiers. Close to where you are hidden, you see a Giak scuttle past and climb one of the pillars of the temple. He has a long curved dagger in his mouth and he is about to jump on the young wizard standing below. If you wish to shout a warning to the wizard, 2 for 1. Well, what I think is going to happen if we shout a warning, it's just going to distract him, not knowing who we are, and he's going to get attacked. If you wish to run forward and attack the Giak when he jumps, 55. Well, I'm afraid that the magician will attack us, as he might see us as a threat. If you wish to pick up a chunk of temple marble and throw it at the Giak's head, turn to 302. If you want to rather just turn and leave the battle area and run back into the woods, 101. I'm gonna choose to throw something at a Giak's head. Okay, pick a number from the random number table. If the number is 0 to 2, we go a place, and 3 to 9, another place. I suppose I want a high number. But until now, we did not get high number. So. Oh, 8! We go to 285. With a sickening thud, the chunk of marble cracks open the back of the Giak's head. The creature drops to its knees and slowly falls forward, down to the ruins below. Elated by your skill, you race forward to aid the young wizard. Alright. Upon seeing you emerge from the woods, the Giak officer shouts, "Ogot! Ogot!" to his cowering troops, who flee the ruins and run to the safety of the forest. Shaking his mailed fist at you, The black-clad Jiak screams, Raneg, Rogag, Oke, Orgadaka, Okak. It's gibberish. Yeah. Before leaving. Surveying the scene of the battle, you count over 15 Jayak dead lying among the broken pillars of Romus. The young wizard wipes his brow and walks towards you, his hand extended in friendship. Turn to 349. Ooh, we got a crystal star pendant. I suppose we're gonna get it at some point here. It's Saturday night. I'm drinking amaretto. It's absolutely fantastic. It's some kind of, if you don't know what it is, it's some kind of almond liquor. It's very, very good. All right. He is a young blonde haired youth with deep brooding eyes. His face is lined with exhaustion and the grime of battle, and his long sky blue robes bear evidence of living rough in the wilds. He shakes your hands and bows. My eternal thanks, Kai Lord. My powers are nearly drained. Had you not come to my aid, I fear I would have ended my days atop a Jaya clans. He is weak and unsteady on his feet. You take his arm and sit him down upon a fallen pillar where you listen intently to what he has to say. My name is Banedon. I am a journeyman of the Brotherhood of the Crystal Star, which is the Magician's Guild of Thoran. My guildmaster has sent me to your monastery with this urgent message. He removes a vellum envelope from inside his robe and hands it to you. As you see, I have opened the letter and read its content. When the war started, I was on the highway with 2 traveling companions. The Kran attacked us and we lost each other in the forest during our escape. The letter is a warning to the Kai Lords that the Dark Lords have mustered a vast army beyond the Dern Crag range. The Guildmaster urges the Kai to cancel the celebrations of Femarn and prepare for war. I fear we were betrayed, says Banedon, his head bowed in sorrow. One of my order, a brother called Vonotar, had explored the forbidden mysteries of the Black Heart. 10 days ago he denounced the Brotherhood and killed one of our elders. He has since disappeared. It is rumored that he now aids the Dark Lord. You tell Banedon what has happened at the monastery and of your mission to warn the king. Silently he removes a gold chain from around his neck and hands it to you. On the chain is a small crystal star pendant. It is the symbol of my brotherhood, and we are both truly brothers in this hour of darkness. It is a talisman of good fortune. May it protect you on your road ahead. You thank him, place the chain around your neck, and slip the crystal star inside your shirt. Remember to mark this on your action chart. Did it went there? Yes, it is here. Crystal Star Pendant. Alright. Banedon bids you farewell. We must leave this place lest the Jiaks return with more of their loathsome kind to put an end to us. I must return to my guild. I bid you farewell, my brother. May the luck of the gods go with you. And yeah, there was that little one at the crystal store thingy. So it says here at the bottom, later books assume that you keep the crystal star pendant and ask you if you possess it to see if you've ever met Banedon. It also may or may not be useful in other situations. You may decide whether or not to keep the pendant. Well, we will keep it for now, that's for sure. With a wave on his hand, Banedon leaves the ruins and you continue your mission. pushing on through the thick woods ahead. You have not gone far when you realize several pairs of fellow eyes are watching you from the undergrowth to your left. Suddenly, a black arrow skims the top of your head. It's a Giac ambush, and you must run as fast as you can to escape it. As you race through the trees, you can hear the horrible cackle of the Giacs close behind you. Soon, the trees start to thin out, and directly ahead of you, you can see a rocky hillside. If you break cover and climb up the hill, turn to 311. If you change direction and continue to run through the forest, turn to 77. I'm gonna go with 77 because of Cyberpunk 2077. I haven't played the game, but there's kind of John Wick in it. So, yeah. The mountain Giacs are unaccustomed to pursuing their prey through forest, and you soon outdistance them, until finally the sound of their grunts and curses disappear completely. When you are satisfied that they have given up the chase, you stop for a few minutes to catch your breath and check your equipment. With the memory of your ruined monastery still blazing in your mind, you gather up your meager belonging and push on. Turn to 19. Alright, if you are still here, what do you think? What should I change? I could read better. It's something, I suppose, if we go through the 29 books, at some point I'm gonna get better at reading. But apart from that, apart from my stumbles and bad pronunciations, let me know. And thank you if you're still here. I suppose you're getting slowly invested in the story, which is good. Alright. Just ahead, through the tall trees, you can see clumps of dark red gallow brush, a thorny briar with sharp crimson barbs. The common name for this forest weed is sleeptooth, for the thorns are very sharp and can make you feel weak and sleepy if they scratch your skin. If you have the Kai discipline of tracking, turn to 69. Nice. You can avoid the sleeptooth by returning to the track or push on through the briars deeper in the forest. So we have tracking, so we will use it. You are very near a friendly village. Avoid the gallow brush and turn to 272. Keeping a watchful eye on the sky above, you move quickly along the track. You recall that this route leads to Fogwood, a small cluster of huts that have been used by a family of charcoal burners for nearly 50 years. After 20 minutes, you reach the edge of a clearing where the huts are grouped in a small circle. There is no sign of the usual mist of wood smoke, which gives Fogwood its apt name, and the huts are unusually quiet. If you have the Kai discipline of tracking, you can go to 134. If you do not possess this skill, prepare your weapon and stealthily approach the hut. Just so you know, just so we know, this is Fogwood. Is it on the map? We were at the monastery here. I don't see Fogwood. We want to go here. Yeah, this map is not very, very detailed. Alright. I was just curious. So we have the Kai discipline of tracking, so we will go to 134. Using your skills, you detect Giac tracks around the perimeter of the clearing. The prints are fresh, and you can tell that these cruel minions of Dark Lords were in this area less than 2 hours ago. Forewarned by this knowledge, if you decide to investigate the huts, 305. If you would rather avoid the clearing, turn to 40. Well, I'm gonna investigate the huts because maybe there's some survivors of those cool people that we seem to like. So if I can defend them or, help them in any way, avenge them, I will. Through the open doorway of the first hut, you can see the body of a charcoal burner lying face down on the rough stone floor. He has been murdered, stabbed in the back by a spear. All his furniture and belongings have been smashed and broken, and not one piece remain intact. This is the evil handiwork of Giax without a doubt. For they delight in the destruction of all things. A quick check on the other huts reveals similar story of murder and wreckage. In the last hut that you search, you discover a Giax spear, proof of your suspicions. You may keep this weapon as if you wish. Available object. Yeah. You cannot. Oh, I cannot get more. Well, we have a sword. Yeah, I don't want a spear, actually. More determined than ever now to succeed in your mission, you continue along the track. But, just wait, because this is meant as a test. I want to remove the axe. So I remove the axe. Like this, no? I can't? I could remove the sword, but not the axe. Okay. In the distance, perched on the branch of an old oak tree, is a jet black raven. If you have the Kai discipline of animal kinship, you may call to this bird. If you do not possess the skill, or if you do not wish to use it, turn to 335. So, we don't have it. I know when I was young I used to take it because I thought that speaking to animals was the craziest thing ever, but now I did not take it. Maybe if I had some people to help me, I would change my mind, but we do not have it, so 335. As you approach, the black bird flies off above the trees as soon disappears from view. You search the tree on which it was perched, but find nothing unusual. Rather than waste any more precious time, you continue off along the track. There was probably something important here. Alright. After a few minutes walking, you see a stranger, clad in red, standing in the center of the track ahead. He has his back towards you, and his head is covered by the hood of his robes. Perched on his outstretched arm is the black raven that you saw earlier. Illustrations have always been crazy good in the Lone Wolf series. If you wish to call to the stranger, 342. If you wish to approach the stranger cautiously, 309. If you rather draw your weapon and attack. Well, okay. We don't know this dude. He might be completely fine. I think I'm gonna call out to him. If I approach cautiously, maybe he's gonna think I want to stab him in the back, and that's not great. So let's just call to him. 342. Oh no, that was not good. As your voice echoes through the trees, the stranger slowly turns to face you. Your heart pounds and your blood freezes as you realize that the stranger is not human. It is a Vordak, a hideous lieutenant of the Dark Lords and one of the undead. A piercing scream fills your ears, and the creature raises a huge black mace above its head and charges at you. Frozen with horror, you can also feel the Vordak attacking you with the force of its mind. Deduct 2 points from your combat skill unless you have the Kai discipline of Mind Shield. You must fight this creature. It is immune to Mind Blast. I do have Mind Shield, right? Yes, I do have Mind Shield. So at least we don't have a debuff. So this is the combat table. Back in the day, I would play with with this. but the game is gonna just calculate for us. So play turn. We lost 6 points, and he lost 1. So that's great. We now have 17 points left out of our 23. That's not good. We might die. We lost 3, lost 6, 4, 5, 5, 3. We were probably pretty much dead. Okay, we have 5 points left. All right. And we are dead. All right. Okay. Can I go back to... No, I can't. So we cannot, like... Yeah, click here to load the save. I mean... I don't think I have a save game. I didn't save. Yeah, they're... Oh, yeah. Well, that was it. We lost. We died. So it is what it is. And there's probably not that much time left on my timer anyway. So what do you think? There's a few things we can change. We could put on the light team. I don't think you would like that, honestly. Or we can restart book 1 from section 1. Yeah, I prefer them. If I do that, what's gonna happen? Nothing. Alright. Start new game. Yeah, and now we can have to start again. This is the light mode. We are not gonna do that, I don't think. We could do manual with all the numbers and stuff. But yeah, this is Flight from the Dark. What did you think? Let me know in the comment section. I mean, I'm gonna read this 100%. It's not a question. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna play those books. The question is, am I doing it like on Twitch? Am I streaming this so we can go through it together and talk about the choices and what we should do and not do and stuff like that by saves coming, of course. See, I've learned a valuable lesson here. I could have saved at any time. So there's that, okay? So, or am I doing this just on my own on my free time and having fun playing this book? That's the question I'm leaving you with. Let me know what you think. If you're interested, please let me know. I really want to do this, and I would like to do it on stream. I think it could make some good content. Apart from that, it's pretty much it. Hope you've enjoyed. Now go do something else, even if it's game books from decades ago. We're old. Have fun. Have a great Saturday. Bye. Thanks for watching.